Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Going live here. Today, I have something pretty special, I think. At least I'm pretty excited about. Um, and I also have a large pack of Post-its here. And I do plan on getting some actual pricing done today. In the past, I've just kind of gotten overwhelmed and excited and just started going through stuff and taking trips down memory lane. But tonight, whether on stream or not, I do plan on getting some of this stuff sorted and priced and then packed up again. So join me as I take on Toy Mountain. And if you saw the thumbnail or you saw my Instagram, I went ahead and stacked everything up out of the box. I'm going to get it all grouped together by style or hello. It looks like Bill from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures is here. Hi, very nice to see you, sir. So the first thing I want to take a look at tonight is um, these toys here. They're from 1999. This is Wing Commander. This is a failed movie and franchise, and I picked them up for obvious reasons. They're 3 3/4 inch action figures, so I thought they would scale well with my toys. And it looks like the price was right at 2 for 5. So these were 250 each, brand new. But as I found them in the box and I started going through them, um, I looked and I realized that. Let me go ahead and just show you on the cross cell here. Uh, while there's 2, 4, 6, 8 figures in the series, and it looks like I've got 4 figures there, so 5. So I'm missing 3 figures. These ships, which I know enthusiasts of the video game and of the other franchises there. This is, widely rejected thing here. But those ships are, I mean, any sci-fi or spaceship for a 3 3/4 inch figure is welcome in my collection. So looking at that, I went ahead. I don't really, I don't plan on selling these at all. I have no intentions of them because they look great. My background characters with my sci-fi or even Star Wars or whatever figures. Now, looking up these things on eBay, some of them are worth something, but they're not worth that much. Most of them went to, but I did find this article here, and let me just Googling it. This is an older article. This was written back in 2014 by Future War Stories, a blog devoted to exploring and explaining the world of military science fiction. So they go on to say in this really interesting and really complete article, if you'd like to go check it out, that the ships never made it to production. They were shown on the back of the card, and prototypes were made, but they never came out. That the line bombed so hard that after the movie completely bombed and halted all further toy development, including the fighters. The timetable for the release of the episode 1 trailer came out, and the film was rushed to completion to beat that movie. And X Toys, the manufacturer or the toy studio that came out with these, they said they only made 10,000 of the figures. And I guess there was one figure that I don't have here that's worth something, but he's called the Pilgrim Trader. But then they go on to say that the figures went right to the bargain bin, the fighters were canceled. And that X Toys had lost money on the figures. There was no money or reason for the company to develop them beyond the prototype stage. So they got a nice image there too of the prototypes. Aside from the artwork on the back cover, but in today's day and age of 3D printing and 3D modeling, This looks like the perfect job for someone to take on, maybe use that concept art, come up with a 3D model, and we can print them. Because I don't think they're entirely bad ships. Like I said, now if you're comparing them to, what appears in the games, or the original IP, then maybe. But I think that that little ship there is really cool looking. I think the Confederation Rapier looks pretty cool. Um, Definitely has a unique style to it. So I'd be interested in making a couple of those ships for the things. I know there's some 3D modelers and stuff. They do Buck Rogers and Last Starfighter stuff and things like that. So even though this toy line didn't really take off, or the movie's not really popular, I still think they could be kind of cool ships, even as a base, and then you turn it into something else. I don't know. Anyway, um, I thought they were just kind of cool and worth taking a look at before I pack them away, because I'm definitely going to keep these guys. This is the Kilrathi pilot, and remember them from the video game. They would pop up on the little message there and taunt you as you were fighting them in space. Kind of a cool figure there. We've got, I don't remember the movie too well, the Kilrathi General, which looks very much like the same figure there, but and these are just 5 POA figures, but kind of cool. We've got Marshall. Looks like he was played by, I mean, the likeness is not very good. Is that card him? Yeah, Marshall. Is that Matthew Lillard, I believe? Yeah. That does not look like him at all. Matthew, maybe it's something else Lillard. I don't. Then we've got this package, which is almost open, and I don't know what his name is. I'd have to look over here to see. Marine Blair. No, Blair in flight suit. So that's Blair in flight suit. And now that I remember it, I might have had the other figures, but I've gone ahead and opened them up. So I don't see any harm in opening this guy since he's already off the card. But maybe we could just take a closer look at the construction and accessories of this action figure while we have this opportunity. I mean, the work is already done, so I'm just trying to hold him up there. I'm going to try and put his gun in his hand, which they nailed it on that. He can hold his weapon, so that's pretty good. There is a hose that attaches to his helmet and then to his backpack, which is always if you know G.I. Joe figures, that's great. Those always get lost. So let's see if I can't make that happen. And then let me see if I can't make that happen on. Nope, I can't make it happen. I thought there was one other accessory. So he comes with comes with a rifle and a pistol. Okay, I'm making progress here. And let's just see if I can't get that to just go where you belong. Does not look like it. All right. Okay, well, I'll bring him over here so you can see him. But yeah, just a 5 POA figure. He holds his rifle, which is kind of cool, and he holds his pistol, which is great. Arms rotate. He's got a backpack that's attached. I don't know if that comes off. Nope, that's fully removable. and pegs right into his back. It was on him in the package. His helmet is also fully removable, and I don't know who played him in the movie. That hose, I got it to go into the backpack. I cannot get it to slide in on the helmet portion. But like I said, not even just as a generic sci-fi space guy, he's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep him. So let me pack these up and put them back in the package, and then we'll move on to the next thing, which found these, and I'm not much of a collector of these, but apparently this is one of the more shocking items I found, or two of the more shocking to me, at least. And then, if anyone watching, I don't think anyone is watching, but if anyone watching later knows a lot about Legos and specifically Star Wars Lego pieces, if they could explain to me why, when I type these in, they're showing up at like close to $100 each for these little sets, and most of the ones I saw listed on eBay are open assembled but complete. Like they kept the box and all the pieces and they put it back together. So these are sealed. I know Star Wars Lego is kind of popular. Actually, one of my only eBay stories is selling a Star Wars Lego on there. It was a snow speeder that I think I also bought back in the day. Let's just look at the price tag here. This was 2003, so I mean these were out for a while. I think I bought that one back in, the snow speeder. I think was earlier, but I put it up there with a buy it now, and someone snatched it up instantly. So I was like, huh. And then I started looking, and I realized that they sell for a little more than that. So I don't know if if there really are. Is there really a market for these? Is this something I should just put on eBay, or is it worth even checking out? Because like I said, the eBay prices on it, and that was sold prices, are kind of ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know enough about Star Wars Lego to know if someone would really want that in their collection or not. So, you let me know. So yeah, I really don't have much to go through tonight, so this might just be a short stream, especially since no one's watching. Well, except Bill, if Bill's still here. But I will keep chugging along, and I do hope to price these. I was hoping to get some feedback on the store's Lego sets. Yeah, I'm just gonna go on eBay, you know, look up the last 5 to 10 sold and average the price, and that's it. I'm just gonna put them on the table and see if that works. Next items I have here are, we've got Jurassic Park, the Lost World action figures. These are, I believe, made by Kenner, right? Are these Kenner? Yeah, Kenner, 1996, based on the Lost World movie. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, if you don't mind, love to have you. So we've got Van Owen. We've got Tembo with Dino Stud Prod. This is the Roland Tembo was right, the guy hunting all the. Does not look like him at all. But yeah, I was gonna try and stack up. I got 4 of these, so I was gonna just try to stack them all up and. And then we've got Eddie Carr. So yeah, I'll go with the first one here, which is Eddie Carr, master mechanic. There he is on the car with capture claw, Triceratops hatchling. Um, let's look on the back here. We have Ian Malcolm, Eddie Carr, Nick Van Owen, Dieter Stark, uh, Dino Dirt Bike. I'm not even going to pronounce all those. 96 Hasbro Inc. With the Kenner logo on there. They might be good. Let's take a look. Okay, Eddie Carr. Right, I spelled that correct. Master Mechanic, Eddie Carr. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, Eddie Carr. So it's saying that doesn't come up at all. I don't know why. But I'm seeing loose figures of him. I see one here with, let me see, let me go back to sold listings. Search that. I mean, loose, I see one there for $2.50. I see a whole bunch of them loose with Eddie Carr. Sold in June. Yeah, so these aren't showing up too. Here's one. We've got with combined with shipping there. This is $25. $35 with free shipping. That's in August. So $39.99. That was August 15th. Free shipping. $49.88 July 11th. So yeah, there's not too many of these going out there. So between 30 and 40 now. The card looks to be in decent shape. Take a look. This box seems a little dusty, but I'm gonna go. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, let's just do $30 on it, and we'll see. Maybe someone will buy it.
Hey,
Bill, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just thought I'd pop on since it's just us. We just have a live stream together.
Yeah, sure.
I was looking at your Jurassic Park figures. I liked those Jurassic Park figures. As a matter of fact, I kind of wish that I'd been into toy collecting when they came out, so I could have had a few more of them in my collection.
Yeah, they're pretty nice figures. I mean, they don't. I think the newer ones are nicer. They do a much better job.
The newer ones look more like the actors. These were more for kids to play with.
Yeah, and a lot of the vehicles, I picked those up just to use like with other toy lines and stuff. So I do have some of those sitting around. But yeah, these were $7.99 new and $3.99 on clearance. But yeah, I mean, I was looking at the eBay listings for these guys on card, and it looks like the prices between, I see one for 40, between like 20, 30 and $40. I seen it going for higher, so I was gonna just do like 35 on it and see if someone will take it. Because at some point I have to just start pricing stuff. I can't just
Well,
keep reminiscing.
I know the biggest thing with me is, and I'm never selling anything I've got because I love everything I've got. That's the problem. You start going through this stuff and you're thinking, well, I'll sell some of this stuff. And then you get it and you go, ooh, I didn't know I had this. I'm going to keep this.
Bill, that shelf behind me is pretty much like the keep it shelf, And I roughly told myself, like, when that desk's full, that's it. You cut it off. You're not keeping any more. But I've already passed that.
You need an old lady like mine who comes in and goes, no, you're getting rid of this crap. You're not going to keep in here.
So, the only one who actually in this toy line here that kind of looks like him is Ian Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm,
He,
because he got
yeah,
the shades do it. I mean, the shades
yeah,
tell me that's Malcolm.
sure, the face doesn't look a lot like him, and I think Ian Malcolm might just be like he's the more popular character, but I think as a result, um, they also made more of him, so I'm
You
pretty
know,
sure.
a lot of people wonder why back then that action figures didn't look more like the actors that they were supposed to be, but a lot of that had to do not with the fact that they couldn't sculpt an actor's face; it was the fact that they didn't want to pay the actor for the likeness rights.
I believe that. Yeah, yeah. So they just they make it look close enough because I would say Star Wars is probably like the main. Didn't some of those actors get either screwed or cause
Now, George Lucas was the one that came out with all the money, even on the toys, because
oh,
nobody thought
okay.
the toys would sell. So
I see.
he put the clause in there that he got so much a percentage of all that stuff, and he
Yep.
made out like a bandit. And toy companies learned their lesson from then on out.
Yeah. So like who was it? Kenner, the original line. Did they walk away? Did they get rich? I'm sure they probably made their
Now they
money.
probably got rich, but I think George got a lot richer than he would have in today's world.
Yeah, or if that was a deal where they got most of it, like they didn't have to pay him. Um, I think,
But yeah, actually, George came out golden on everything related to Star Wars because nobody thought that it was going to do anything. And in order to get it made, I think he had to spend a lot of his own money, and he also made these deals with the movie studios to get all these residuals off of it that nobody in their right mind would do now. And the actors didn't get crap off of it. George got it all, I think.
Ian Malcolm. I'm just gonna go with 35. And
Is this Alan that's on the screen now?
no, that's a guy named Tembo.
Oh, is
He's
he's the
Dinosaur
Dino
Hunter.
Raider, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's like from the second one there. So that's when they were driving around and wrangling up all the things. And yeah, he
Right.
doesn't look anything. Or maybe he was a background character. I don't know if this is the guy I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the main hunter guy
Uh-huh.
who gets killed by the mama T Rex. I think at some point. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, I think they.
Well, the action figure line
He
included
looks like
lots of things
Crocodile
we've never
Dundee.
seen in movies.
Was that a look at that? That's a sculpted like dinosaur skin.
Yeah.
Is that like a dinosaur's face? Like he made a vest out of
Yeah,
it?
well, see, the action figure line included lots of things that were never seen
Yeah,
in any of the movies, but it was all for play value.
yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh man. So besides, how was your? So you're back to work, right? I'm supposed
Yeah, I
to be
got
on
back to
vacation.
work. I had a pretty rough day yesterday, but today was a little better. My
Doesn't it seem
machine
that
was
way though? They give you a holiday and then you work twice as hard the next day.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
When I got back to work, well, of course, one of the shift leads decided that he was going to take an extended vacation. He called in today and yesterday and kind of
Oh,
kicked us all off. But
well, that kind of sucks because that leaves everyone else hanging or holding the bag.
yeah, and then yesterday, my machine decided that it wasn't going to act right. So I didn't have a good day yesterday, but uh, I got things all set up for today, and today was an excellent day. So that means that tomorrow's going to suck big time. You never have two good days in a row.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to be on vacation this week, and I spent all day yesterday doing stuff I didn't want to do,
Uh-huh.
not work stuff. I had to do a little thing at work today, but that's something I volunteered to do. So I didn't mind going in and doing that. But then got wrangled into a couple other side projects, and I'm going. I'm supposed to be working on this stuff, and I've got this toy mountain that I built in my living room on Monday, and I was gonna, knock that down and price and put everything away. Now it's 2 days later.
Yeah,
I can only sit on one cushion of my couch, and I have to lean like this to watch TV. So
uh-huh.
it's not good. But I don't want to handle all this stuff a second time and then have to handle it again. So I'm just trying to get through it.
The
And
best thing to do is to just pick something, price it, put it aside, pick something, price it,
yeah,
put it aside.
so when I was going through a lot of the boxes, I noticed that I was not organized. So I have X-Men in this box, X-Men in that box. Everything's kind of scattered and all
I'm
over the
bad
place.
about that too.
So now that I have them all laid out, though, as I take them all back and I put them in the box, I'm going to put them all back by the property and correctly list them and everything. Price on all of them, and um, I'm just gonna go 35 on each one of them and see what happens because they're all. I'm clicking on it. I'm looking at all the sold, and most of them are going for $40 to $50. But there's not a lot of turn on these, so it either means that they
Are
don't
you
show up.
doing are you doing buy it now? Or are you actually doing
I'm
eBay?
looking at I'm just looking at sold listings for them, and then going back to the obviously the most recent ones.
You're
Uh,
not selling on eBay. You're going to sell these at a toy
no,
show,
I'm
right?
just selling them at the toy show. So, like I said, I'm
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
fifty
yeah, yeah.
dollars and stuff
If you
on
put
here.
like $35 on it, I think people
Yeah,
might buy that.
and in person, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I have to put a sign up, but I'll just say, make me an offer.
Yeah,
So what do you think a reasonable offer is? Like, is it half? Because I get this at work a lot. Like, I'll tell people, like, you can make a reasonable offer, but they always go like below half, and I'm like, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, whoa,
that's
whoa.
not
Let's,
reasonable.
yeah,
When I go make offers on eBay, I always just make an offer for what it would be without the shipping.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know what I mean?
You know,
Um,
and that way the guy either has to eat the shipping or whatever, and I don't have to
mhm.
worry about that. But that's how things work. But most folks are looking for better than a good deal.
Of course, you're going to a toy show, you traveled, but one of
And
the
then of course,
things
there's
that,
a lot of people won't even will come and peruse your offerings, won't say a word to you, but then you see them on Sunday
yeah,
because they figure that you're wanting to unload all that crap and not have to take it home with you. So
when
they
I went
figure that you'll make them a good deal on Sunday.
I went to Joe Fest, a couple of guys had signs on their boots saying, the prices are the same all weekend. We don't do
Yeah,
Sunday deals, so don't wait. And then, of course, on Sunday I come around and they were like, ask about our Sunday specials. Uh,
yeah,
but they even had signs that said not to ask. So I'm like, um, well, uh, it can't hurt to ask, and I agree with that 100%.
Well, what what's Jim's advice? Always mark it up for just a little bit so you got some haggle room.
Yeah, sure, sure. Well, here's the things that, like, for me, even eBay, yeah, you'll look for something and it won't be there, but it's not the same as having that item in your hand. It's
Well,
not the
yeah,
same as grabbing it. I'm much more likely to impulsively buy something if I'm standing right there than
oh,
if
me
I'm just
too.
clicking online because I'll tell you what, like, if you're not sure you want to pull the trigger on something, you could just close the tab and go away. And
Well,
but when you're sitting there at that table, you'll never get that opportunity again. You may not
yeah,
be to that city again. That show might not be around for a while.
and even if he does come back, he may not have those toys. But yeah, well, that's what I've always told folks. Like you when I'm toy hunting, a lot of times I'll buy toys that I don't collect or that I've decided that I wasn't going to add to my collection, even though it's in the same line. Uh, Leech, for instance. But when you have it in your hand, it's hard to put it back on the shelf, especially when it looks so cool.
It is. I actually did this just a couple of weeks ago. I was out of town for work, and I stopped by the local Walmart, and they were doing their reset. and they didn't have anything. It's just like my local Walmart. They didn't have anything, but in their clearance aisle, they had Fortnite toys, and they made this really cool like old pickup truck. I don't know if you saw that. It's called
I
the Bear.
did see that. That was a sharp looking truck, and,
Yeah, it's
and it
for
would
one
go
eight
with just about
scale.
any line.
Yeah, they're 4-inch figures, so anyone could hop in that, and they had it on clearance, and it was under 20, but I think originally it was about $40, so it was about half price.
Now, I
And
see. Is Fortnite a game? Is that a video
yeah,
game?
yeah, yeah. Fortnite's a video game. It's like just a third person run around and shoot your friends kind of game.
Okay.
Mostly people play it online. It's like a online. Basically, everyone drops into an arena, which is a map, like a world.
Uh huh.
And as the game goes on, the map shrinks. And if you're stuck behind that line, like when the map shrinks, you get killed. So you have to keep kind of forces everyone to get involved with each other. So and it starts with 100 people, and then it goes down to like one. So last
So,
man
are the
standing.
are the figures based upon people that you would actually play in the game, or are they based upon maybe some
I
prolific
don't know enough
player?
about it, but yeah, I think they do release characters that you choose and play, and then you could. It's one of those games where I think there's a lot of microtransactions where you could buy different costumes and
Oh,
suits
I
and
got you. Yeah.
and things like that. So, but they've got the world by the cojones there
Well,
because
I'm wondering. I'm wondering how I see the action figures and the toys all the time on the action figure aisle, but there's always plenty of them. So I'm wondering who's buying into the actual toy line.
yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, originally I saw them and I was like, oh, those are like 4-inch scale, and they used to be like $13 or $14 for per figure. They've come down to about $10 each now, and
Hmm.
I think that's about right for them. But they come with tons of accessories. Um, they have
I looked into buying them for figure fodder there for a
yeah,
while, especially
yeah,
some of
yeah.
the accessories and things. But
So they
yeah,
have a lot of really cool, and the vehicles just look great. So anyway, I picked it up. I was gonna buy it, and then I went, nah. I got so much stuff, and I got the show coming up. I don't need more clutter. Turns out I had to go back to that store the next day. So I'm like, on my lunch break, I'm like, I should have bought it. And I go back, and it wasn't there.
oh,
I spent like
FOMO.
20 minutes looking because their clearance aisle, they had added a ton more crap in there. Like anyway, a couple weeks later, I'm at my local Walmart and they had it, but the clearance price was like $1 more, so I just bought it. So I got it like last week. So I
Mhm.
did find it eventually, but I'll tell you, I was beating myself up for not buying it, and I don't know why because uh, that's it's not a big deal.
Well, I'll tell you what my latest acquisition was. I've been on my superpowers kick ever since
Sure.
McFarlane released these things, and I started getting my old collection out. I had a couple of shows on it, and I was looking on eBay the other day, and there is a person who is making reproduction boxes for the Batmobile,
Oh,
and it
nice.
looked pretty sharp. So
I wonder how they're doing that. That's pretty neat. That's a really cool idea.
well, it came yesterday, and it's really high quality cardboard. It's
Okay.
actually the box like the box material would be, except it's white. It, and it looks like that they went and used maybe a laser printer or a high quality inkjet printer and
Sure.
took scans of the actual box and just printed it out on this material, and it's already glued together. You just have to fold it together and fold the flaps in and fold the
How much does something like that go for? Is it
well,
expensive?
he wanted like $27.99 for it, plus I
Yeah,
think
for a
$13 shipping,
box.
which is not too bad. And so I went ahead and
No, I
bought
mean,
it. And now that my really nice Batmobile resides in that box in the closet, along with the Supermobile and the Batwing, so it blends right in.
oh, it does. It does. I was going to say, has like the weight of the cardboard feel like compared to the
Blends
original.
right in. I mean, it's really nice. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to get in touch with this guy, and he does reproduction boxes for a lot of old figures. And he's got a website, but he also sells stuff on eBay.
Yeah, that's
And
kind of cool.
and on his website, you can see stuff for like Pulsar, $6 Million Man, all the Mego figures he sells reproduction boxes for, all that stuff. But he doesn't have any superpowers presence on his website. But he's selling this Batmobile box on his eBay. So I'm going to get in touch with him and see if he's making more repro boxes than just the Batmobile for superpowers.
Yeah,
Because, I wouldn't mind having like a Lexor 7 box to stick my Lexor 7 in. You know what I'm
I'll tell
saying?
you that it seems to be an emerging market because I've also been seeing a lot of. I don't know if you saw on Instagram. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but
I do
anyway,
follow you.
last week I found a bunch of my original GI Joes from when I was a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
of course I looked them up, and you have to go through like 2 pages of recarded GI Joe figures to find like an actual survivor on the card.
Mm-hmm.
People are taking like a mint figure that's complete with all the accessories, and they're
And
putting it on.
recarding it on a repro card.
Yeah,
A
and
lot of people frown upon that, and
you
I
know,
have mixed emotions about that. What I do like about what this guy's doing with his repro box, even though it's in tiny print down there at the bottom, along with the indicia, it tells you this is a reproduction box
and
created.
that's the good thing though, is because like you take someone who wasn't actually alive during the time, maybe someone who was born in the '90s,
Mm.
uh, and they don't know what the '80s packaging looked like or felt like or smelled like, like so because they don't have
I
that
mean,
real life
and
experience. So
the other thing about this, if you take a really close look, I mean, if you're looking at it from a distance, you're thinking, "Wow, that's a cool, Batmobile box." But you get up close to it, you can tell that it's not the real thing.
okay, yeah, so that's
I mean,
fine. But
it's not
well,
as high quality as it would be
I
if it had been
saw,
the actual real thing.
yeah, I saw one where they were doing kind of like a cardboard backing, which is fine, and then they were doing like it's a bubble, but it goes the whole length of the card and kind of slides over it,
Yeah,
so it on a shelf it'll display nice and look like a carded figure, but it's actually 2 pieces, so it's not like sealed
and
onto the card.
I've seen that before, where
Where
the bubble is actually a removable bubble, where you can actually
yeah,
take the
it's
figure out
more
and
of
put it back.
a display case that mimics the look of a sealed card than actually gluing it on there and sealing
Yeah.
it, which a lot of people are doing, and I know that's big in the Star Wars space. And
See,
it's
most Star Wars fans that I know, they frown heavily upon repro anything when it comes to their Kenner vintage Star Wars.
yeah, yeah, I know there's
They don't like vintage. They don't like repro weapons.
and
They don't
I
want
mean
repro.
the way I think of it is like because I saw some guy, I think I saw it on Instagram, but like a post where the guy said he recarded all of his classic kind of Star Wars, but he did it himself. He may have bought the cards and the bubbles from someone else, but he did that and he hung them on his wall.
See,
Now,
I don't have a problem with that. My problem is when scammers try to fool somebody into thinking that they're buying a carded vintage figure with original weapons, and then when the person
yeah,
gets it,
and
they
that's
find
the
out that it
thing,
was
though.
a recarded figure and that the weapons were reproduction weapons, and that nothing that they bought was is worth near what they paid for it.
Yeah, so that's the problem. Like so one of the ones I have is like GI Joe Duke, right, on card.
Mm.
And then when I look for Duke on card, now there's been so many reissues in recent years, so I have to kind of filter through them. So you can put like the year 1983, or was it 80?
I have an original release vintage Duke with his helmet, his backpack, and his weapon.
Yeah, so
That
I found him, but I've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Here's one. It says GI Joe Real American Hero 1983 Duke Hasbro new factory sealed vintage read. So when you click the read, right
mm,
in the details, Oh, okay, okay. No, this one's actually the real deal. This is the real deal. Okay, I'm sorry. So some of them will say read description, and you get that in the description, and they say the card is authentic, the figure is authentic from 1983, but the plastic bubble and the glue that's holding them together has been redone or something. You know, like some very fine print that
Hmm.
it's basically a recard,
Yeah.
and they're just using fluffy language there to get around it.
Well,
Uh,
what I want, as a collector, I don't really pay attention to prices and
yeah,
what they're going for anymore, as far as
no, I
vintage
never
stuff.
did
Like
either.
I
That's why I'm
order,
kind of lost with this stuff. You
but
know?
isn't a recarded figure worth less than uh, a figure that the bubble has been removed and the figure is loose, but you still have the bubble in the car, but you haven't glued it back on? I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you
I'd
remember
rather
in
have
comic book
that.
films, they used to it used to go down one grade if you restored it. I don't know if they
Yeah,
still do that or not, but
I don't
if
know.
you
There's not
pressed
really
it,
much of that because
yeah,
it
yeah,
seems like the
if you
grading
pressed it or
system.
you washed it and they knew it, it went down one grade.
The grading system used to be based on like the comic book grading system, which was whatever it was. It was mint or near mint, fine, very fine. They added a bunch of uh, fair and then poor condition. But they don't really do that now. So like loose complete is probably the best way to collect. Because I think it offers the best. One, the value, the price isn't going to be super high. Well, in some cases it's high, but depending on how rare the accessories are. But you could play with the toy. Then you could also, you know what I mean. If you keep it in that same condition, you can move it on. Once something's off the card, it doesn't seem like, um,
Well,
you know,
let's talk about these turtles that you have here. It looks like you got a pretty good deal. Three for $10.
yeah, I got a really great deal. So the thing is, I'm having trouble with this Krang. When I look him up, he's like really why, and I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong or I'm missing something here. So the other ones are not so much, but
Now, this was the original Teenage Mutant Ninja
so this
Turtle
is
toy
the
line.
'90s re-release. I think they came out
Okay,
in the '80s, and then they were re-released like almost just a few years later.
was
Uh,
that to coincide with the movie? Maybe.
it might have been. I think it's kind of it's like one of the first. To me, it's like one of the quickest like turnaround re-releases. They're on different cards, so it's really easy to tell the difference. Hello, a world made of cardboard. How are you? So he's saying that's a world made of cardboard. They're saying hi. Very nice to see you.
Oh, hey there,
So
world made of cardboard.
yeah, so we have this Krang, and then when I look it up, I don't know I'm like looking at it, and the price is so ridiculous that I can't believe it. So
Is it
I
that
kind of feel
figure
like,
or is it a different one?
yeah,
You're on
it's that
eBay, right?
figure. Yeah, I'm going on eBay here, and I'm on the sold listings, and there's different versions of them. So there's a lot of different versions. There was like a big 11-inch one. There's a bunch, but I'm almost positive that on a previous
What's the name of the figure? Krang, K
Krang,
R.
yeah, Krang, Krang, and he's showing up. I don't know why. It's
I
so
see a
weird.
loose one for $140.
That's what I'm saying. It's like insane. So I don't know if
68.99 for one that's loose but not got his accessories. 75, 69.
that's kind of why I
Maybe
feel
he's
like,
popular, or maybe he was just at the end of the line rare.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, and like I'm gonna
No, I don't think you are. I think you may be
So here we
correct.
go. I see this looks exactly the same, and I'll click on it. But this was sold on August 31st. I'm looking at the product details for $189.95 with $13.95 shipping, and the card back is quite bent. Um,
and you got a mint card
Same.
back there. I think you're. I
No,
think you're.
there's a little bit of an issue right over here. There's like some crinkling,
Uh,
and but it's maybe this camera is better, but it's pretty straight. And the bottom looks like the glue is loose a little bit there, but
yeah,
it's
well,
really clean.
all that glue is going to come loose in
Yeah,
time.
but yeah, I'm looking at this thing. This is quite curled, and I'm reading the it says Playmate Toys, and it's got the same item number and shipping number and everything. This is 189, and then I'm just saying, am I doing something wrong? I feel like I'm making a mistake, and I'm gonna put this up somewhere.
I'm looking at one
People are
right
gonna
now.
laugh at me.
I'm looking at one right now. It says brand new, $250 or best offer plus 11.75 shipping.
Can you believe that? That's insane. That's unbelievable. Oh, and we got Johnny Sorensen here. So I got to go in about 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, that's no problem. Just chilling here. Bill joined me. Just trying to get some prices on some stuff. Johnny Sorensen, Craig, Shredder. Yeah, he talked weird in the cartoon. He's like Shredder. Uh, I don't know. I can't really do it, but if he's a first run, he should draw a decent dollar value. Yeah, so we're looking at. So yeah, I'd stay short run. Yep, never saw this in store shelves myself. Very cool. I never got into TMNT. Only had one figure. Yeah.
Here's one, $350 or best offer, and he wants 1610 shipping.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm just.
250. I mean, I think you're on to something that
should,
you can probably
should I
sell
just? Yeah. So
for
should
about.
I just throw it up there for $200, and then if someone educates me and tells me how it's only worth $1, I just keep it. I don't know.
Uh, yeah, put it up. Say 250, and then let them haggle you down to 200.
Sure, but it just seems like insane that I'm holding this.
Oh, I know, but hey,
I
look,
can't get over it.
yeah, uh, it's hit or miss. Some of
Yeah.
the stuff that you've got's never going to sell. Some of it's going to sell for a lot more than you think it's worth.
Hey, here's a question for the chat, Johnny or a world made of cardboard. Are you guys into Star Wars Legos at all? Oh,
Yeah, I
you're,
saw the land speeder and the snow
uh,
speeder. Those
uh,
little small
just
Legos.
curious.
Lego people love their Legos.
Yeah, I just want to hear from someone who is a Lego fan, maybe that like um, before, because oh yeah, no problems at all. I appreciate you just stopping by.
I'll tell you who you need to
Replay. We
get with
talked about
on the
some.
Lego. Will if you can get in touch with him, is John over there at the Super Awesome Geek Show.
Is
He
he into
actually
Lego?
works for Lego.
Oh, does he? Okay, so maybe
Yeah.
he's into it. Yeah, maybe because there's really small boxes too. Like, I'm sure you did. Hey, a world made of cardboard. Interestingly enough, I was going to post them on my Instagram. I saw at Dollar Tree today. I was taking the grandkids. They wanted to get some surprises and some birthday presents for their sister's birthday today, and there was like these paper craft dinosaur kits. I don't know if you've ever seen them. I was just kind of thought of you when I saw them there. And I took a couple pictures. I was going to throw them up on Instagram, but I see you here, so I figured I'd just ask. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make you type, so don't even reply. So you got a couple random Batman Lego things. Yep, but that's it. I don't even know why I bought them. I think I was, planning on doing it because the idea of Lego always seems like awesome. I think when my kids were younger, we got a lot of the Mega Bloks Dragon sets, and we built the heck out of them. But I got to tell you, it was them starting it and then me staying up till 2 in the morning finishing it because they would just quit. But those were hard to display. Um, Kids want to play with toys, so I built this big dragon play set, and then they want to move it, they want to take it down to the floor, pieces are flying off, and then eventually, it just wound up in a bag inside a bin. And I said, well, someday we'll have a nice big shelf where we can put these. So yeah, so I got Donatello and Rocksteady. I don't think these guys are going to be nearly as as pricey. I can't imagine. Donatello. Let's see. I'm going to have to be much more specific on Donatello because what's the year on that one? Let me see. Um, oh yeah, it said there was 12. So yeah, just I mentioned to him that I saw these dollar store like dinosaur kits. I think they said there was 12 different ones available. So it's pretty cool. So let me see here. We've got Donatello, and then this one says 98. So it says 1998. Let's see, 1998 Donatello. 1998. Oh, there's a lot of all four of the turtles for $105. So, but then here's a 1998 Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 10 back Donatello AFA graded 80 mint on card. So this is 1, 2, 3. So let's look at the back. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 back, and this guy is asking $379 for the AFA graded Donatello. That was sold on September 4th. All right, sold. That's not asking.
It actually sold for that.
Yeah, it actually sold.
See, that's the other thing you have to be careful of on eBay, because there's I'm not going to name names or anything. There's a guy that's got a toy shop near me. Well, near is a relative term, but anyway, he tends to base his prices upon eBay prices. And you go in there
Yeah.
and you get sticker shock, and you go, wow, that's kind of steep there. And he goes,
Sure,
look
sure.
on eBay and you'll see what it's going for. Well, the
Mhm.
problem is he's looking at what the asking price is. He's not going in there and looking at what the things are actually selling.
No, I always put that filter on, and you look at the actual sold.
Yeah,
And then
because
you want to see
that's
the
where you
movement.
find out what it's really worth, because that's what people are willing to pay for. Just because somebody sticks that high price on there, don't mean anybody's biting on it.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me see. I wish I could show you a picture, but my phone is the toy cam. But I'll send it to you on Instagram.
Mhm.
After I'm done here, World Mid
Well,
Cardboard.
wait a
I
minute.
just I saw them and I
Your
thought they
phone
were.
is the toy cam, but are you on the computer with your cam?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'd have to like. I'll
You
just
can
send them to them. I
you
have
can share a
pictures of them on the
screen. I mean, if you got a picture on screen on your
I have a picture on my phone, so my phone is
okay.
toy cam, so I don't want to do that. But I'll just send it to him on Insta later. That's fine. Um, so yeah, Krang. I don't know. Donatello's looking like one of these mutant mutant prices also. Oh, well, here's one. Here's sold $25 with $16 shipping though.
Well, that's
Jeez.
the other thing. You look at it and you're thinking, wow, he's selling that for so cheap. Then you look at $40 shipping. Okay, I see where he's getting it from.
Yeah, yeah, that's where he's making it up. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
there was a guy in Memphis who had a magic shop. He's no longer selling his stuff anymore, but he got first thing he did was got an eBay presence, and that's what he would do. He would sell a $40 magic trick for $1.25 and $50 shipping.
Yeah, well, I know that that was like a hack people were using back in the day. World Made of Cardboard says 4 easy payments of 1995. But wait, there's more. If you act right now, we'll double the offer.
Yeah,
So
with
yeah,
separate shipping. You see, that's
yeah.
always in the fine
Oh, and
print.
then
They never
they
do that.
double the offer, but just pay separate shipping and handling. Oh, 99.99 for sure. So yeah, that was like a thing that they did back in the day to hack the eBay fees because I think eBay used to charge you like 10% of whatever you sold it for, or
Mhm.
a flat fee, whichever is greater or something. And then people were going, buy it now for $1, $75 shipping, and not paying any fees to eBay. because they were like, that's a shipping fee, or they would
Well,
add a
what
handling
I
fee.
understand now, if you sell more than $600 on eBay, they make you fill out tax forms now.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that's why. I mean, that's why to me, just take a Sunday off, go sit at this table, and sell as much of it as I can. So obviously, it's just that when you're at the show, it's always when you need your phone the most. You can't get any reception. You're trying to look something up to see if it's worth it, and you got no bars. And it's always
Yeah.
so trying to go ahead of time and look. Yeah, shipping $6, handling $50 plus. That's a world made a card for it. So that's it. That's how they get you. So I don't know. I almost feel like I have to do more research on these turtle figures. I just don't think I could. I'm making a correct, educated decision here. When I see it going anywhere from $50 to $250, it's like, because apparently the ten figure back is worth more than the one with all the figures on it. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, that's the other back. Oh, I just poked a hole in the thing there. So that's the Krang back. And I can't even count the amount of guys on that one. So, well, that's all I got. Was I just wanted to go over those Wing Commander guys, the Turtles, and the Jurassic Park tonight, and just see if anyone was hanging out. So I'm gonna call it after the Turtles, and I'm gonna actually check out some. I'm gonna go on some forums or something and just read up on it because you
Do
jump to
some
a
little homework.
yeah, you jump up on a forum, a message board, or a forum, or a Facebook group, and they'll tell you exactly what's wrong with your stuff within 3 seconds. Everyone loves to correct people, So if I say, "Do I got the $20 version here or the $200 version?" They'll respond with "PM sent." That's funny. Oh, good timing. Good timing. It's nice to see you. Earlier on in the show, I had some old Wing Commander action figures from 1999, some Jurassic Park: The Lost World, some Star Wars Lego, and then the Turtles. So if you got time and you're bored and you want to check out, we were talking about those earlier. So yeah, I appreciate it. But Bill, thank you so much for hopping on with me and talking to me. I appreciate it. I know you go to bed pretty early too, so it's 8:15 East
It's
Coast.
seven. It's about 7:15 here, and I'm probably going to have to hit the sack here pretty soon.
Okay. Well, hey, it was great seeing you. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah, no
And then
problem, man.
Johnny and the World Made of Cardboard, thank you guys so much for stopping in and chatting with us. I'll be sure to send you those pictures when I get this phone back. And you guys have a great rest of your night. I might pop on later. Bill, you'll probably be sleeping. And if anyone else is around, you know, feel free to jump in. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Bye.